A lot of people here are going to be sitting in there in 3 years.
But you got to live in the ward system.
Yeah, we all do. It's going to happen. Some of these councillors ran unopposed and were elected. No one ran against them. So we're just going to put our hat in the ring and we're going to win.
And I mean, the thing is,
Julie Michaud here is going to be our next mayor.
And I mean, at the end of the day, if nobody runs against them, they have no incentive whatsoever to listen to the
Exactly.
because they can just listen to the small interests that are paying them off for God knows what, and they can just get reelected every time because no one runs against them. So.
UNB and Stu might move out. UNB and Stu might move out. The students have no way to reach them.
Yeah.
Well, I think the universities must be very concerned. Their enrollment in New Brunswick is down almost 5%. That is almost 5 times as much as any province in Canada. And you want to look at the 2 major universities in Canada without a train station or a bus station available? The university administration must be shaking in their boots right now over this decision because they're going to lose students left, right, and center.
And this is a green city.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they call it. It's not.
What's that?
The problem with the university is in major denial. My wife works inside the university. She's a Canada Research Chair. She's a very astute observer of social patterns and how things go. The University of New Brunswick is a sinking ship. If the captain is going all is well, all is well. The province is going all is well, all is well. There is so much denial in this city about what's real and what's true and what's good. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say because I'm a newcomer. But yeah, for God's sakes, take over those chairs.
You saw that denial today in a very human way when they denied us access to speak. And that is just another case where that is true.
And even the people who spoke in favor of keeping it downtown, 2 out of 3 of them spoke with
apologetic.
in a completely business sense.
Yeah.
This is a contract. This is only one person actually spoke with the human factor in it, that people are against this. That just is unacceptable.
The media said they thought that the councillor voted to agree with the move because of your attitude up in the thing. Remember, they asked you that. What do you think about that one?
I think just the fact that we're citizens and we are their bosses. Find me one workplace that your boss could tell you something and then you do the exact opposite. And then they just be, oh, that's fine. Yeah, you keep going along doing your thing. No, your boss would be pissed. And that's what we are. We're pissed that these people that we elected and that we're paying with our tax dollars are not listening to us.
That was an attempt to pass the blame off to us.
I think so.
Yeah.
The decision was made before this.
It's pathetic. I wouldn't accept that from a 6-year-old child on a schoolyard, and yet we hear it from councillors in city chamber. It's ridiculous.
Instead of them lecturing us on giving them respect, they need to show us some respect, and they are not doing that at all.
It goes both ways, democracy, right? They talked about the process and about respect. Well, part of that process and that respect is listening to citizens and listening to citizen concerns and acting on behalf of the people who elected them. And it's pretty clear from the number of people who are here tonight and the number of signatures on the petition and the letters to the editor in the paper that overwhelmingly the citizens of Fredericton want the bus station to stay downtown. And if they want respect from us, they're going to have to give it by acting in a democratic fashion. And they didn't do that tonight.
The suggestion that they would have made their vote based on having their feelings hurt by our comments is pretty absurd too, and I would at the very least hope that our councillors would make their decisions on based on other reasons, whatever those awful reasons may be. But I don't, to suggest that they made a snap change in their opinion because we were badly behaved.
It's not just absurd, it's insulting to us.
There was a Cree man in Manitoba. He was asked once why was it the Cree people in Manitoba always made such a fuss when they wanted to say something to the government. And what the person said, he said, well, the government is so hard of hearing that if we just try to talk, they won't listen. It's only when we get in our cars and start shouting that they notice that we're there. It's the same here. And what they try to do is stifle dissent. They try to stifle alternative. They try to stifle democracy. Democracy can be a very interesting game, but it's got to be played with a little bit of kishka.